All right, guys, super controversial topic. It shouldn't be. I know people are very passionate, I've realized, about Taylor Swift, and she's obviously been in the news a lot recently because of her very public relationship, and she has an army of young girls that absolutely love her. So I want to say right off the top, I'm actually talking about this to talk about the Me Too movement. I personally think Taylor Swift is very talented, and I think that she's a marketing genius, and I'm not subscribing to some of the more other people in conservative movement are making attacks against her and her relationship. I don't think her and Travis are going to last, but it's not important to me. I don't think it's significant. I have been talking about Taylor Swift for years on my podcast, and the reason that I've done that is because there's something else that she does when she's not on stage, and it's incredibly important that we talk about it no matter how much you like Taylor Swift. One of the most toxic things that we are fighting in our society is feminism, this modern age of feminism, and which has led to the Me Too movement. You know, women crying, making allegations against men, no proof that the allegations are real, men losing their entire lives, the Me Too movement. And as someone who is a mother, I am the same age as Taylor Swift. It's really funny that people don't realize that Taylor Swift is going to be 35 years old this year because she has branded herself as a teenager, which I think is part of the reason why people defend her so much. They're like, no, she's a child. And I'm like, nope. She is a calculating adult woman. She could have 3 children just like me. I'm 35. I'm going to be 35 this year. She's going to be 35 this year. So it was really interesting to see the comments on this episode already when people are just shook at the fact that she's even going to be turning 35. Again, hat tip to her very strong and brilliant marketing strategies. Anyways, why am I talking about the Me Too movement? Taylor Swift has twice in her career verifiably lied on men publicly, and those men received death threats. Those men made public pleas with her to please stop and to tell the truth, and basically said that it's a known thing in the industry that Taylor Swift will manipulate her fan base and come attack you. And they said, let's talk about this. I don't know what you're talking about. Nothing more evil in my view than what she did to Scooter Braun. And she completely got away with it. And she only got away with it again because she wrote a post that sounded like a diary entry to her fans when she was 33 years old. And she was like, I wrote these songs on my floor. I never wanted this man. Like all of the feminism buzzwords to make it sound like she was being raped, honestly. And her fans literally tried to kill Scooter Braun and his young children. They had to get security, and he pleaded with her publicly. And it was absurd. She made it seem like she didn't know that her catalog of music was going to be sold to Scooter Braun. And she failed to tell her fans that her dad, Scott Swift, owned part of the company that was selling it. There was only 5 owners of the company, one of which was her father. Utterly absurd. You would have to have zero business acumen to believe that Scott Swift's company was being sold, and he had no idea. He had a very clear idea, but Taylor Swift wanted to renegotiate the contract, and he used her fan base to do it because she didn't like Scooter Braun for reasons that pertained to her feelings about Kanye West, and her also being exposed lying on Kanye West. Now, it doesn't matter how you feel about Kanye. They released the tapes, and it's really important for people to read it because it was one of the most manipulative things that I've ever seen anybody do. What that is, like I said, irrespective of how you feel about her music, I think her music is harmless. I think that her brand of innocence, even though she's not actually innocent, is actually a good thing for culture. And I hope that she gets married and she has tons of children. As a conservative, I want to see that happen, but I won't let go of this Me Too thing. I won't let go of men having their lives destroyed because women make allegations. I won't let go of the fact that what she has done, and this is why people were shocked to see and learn that Black America doesn't like Taylor Swift. The comments under a video that I did where they were all like, no, this, they call it white girl feminism, is the reason that historically people got lynched. Literally, you make an allegation, oh, woe is me, and people got lynched. And she does use the little girls who follow her, whose brains are just simply not developed, who don't understand how business works, to get what she wants, and she destroys the lives of men in the process, destroys their reputations in the process, and it's quite ruthless. It's very toxic, and it is very much sending a lynch mob on somebody. And so you are allowed to be nuanced. You are allowed to say, I think her music is catchy and great, and I also want to say I commend her work ethic. I think she works very hard. I've heard that every single one of her tour stops, she shows up on time because her brand is perfection, and she cares a lot about her brand and what her fans think, which is why she knows knows that she can use them to get what she wants in business. It's always the threat of what she'll say publicly before her little girl fans will try to ruin someone's life. And so I wanted to talk about that today because I have always been the strongest voice against the Me Too movement. We need men in our society. We need to stand up for men in our society. I believe we live in a matriarchy. I believe that women have forgotten because of careful propaganda that is in the school system and culturally being represented to them, that we are not separate from men. We birth them, we marry them. These are our brothers, our husbands, our fathers, our sons. And I will not allow people to do these sorts of things to men, irrespective of whether these men are wholly good and wholly bad, and they are not, right? We know Scooter Braun is probably not a perfect person, and we know for a fact Kanye West is not a perfect person, but they too do not deserve to be lied on. And so I'm showing you guys, because a lot of people miss it. They said, I didn't even know this happened. And my gosh, this is like another side of her. Yeah, it's the real Taylor Swift, behind the scenes. She's not a 16-year-old innocent girl. She came from a wealthy family. Her dad negotiated her contract and took a piece of the company when he negotiated for her when she was 15. Her dad is a financial executive. Her mother was a marketing executive. She came from a ton of privilege. She was not an artist that was ever taken advantage of in any circumstance. And yeah, I'm glad that the people so far in the comments are saying nice stuff and are like, wow, I really didn't know this. And again, I want to say you are afforded nuance, but I can't personally be a fan of her because I have 2 sons now. And so that's my
unbelievable. Yeah, because I knew that all this beauty and glamour and all the things behind there is something that is hidden. And Candace Owens exposed that, because I think this is what exactly happened in our culture. Because the people who are powerful, if they don't get their way, they are going to destroy you. They're going to destroy you, literally. And Taylor Swift is a perfect example because I got to know Taylor Swift because of the song Shake It Off, and I think she just took off from that point on. I think now she's one of the most famous person. I think she probably surpassed Justin Bieber. But I still believe Justin Bieber has more subscriber than her on the YouTube. But again, I mean, she is the talk of the internet right now. Taylor Swift. And I had to although Candace recorded this video before, but I just had to go back and watch it because to really get again that information. So look at it. Taylor Swift has about 56.9 million subscriber. Justin Bieber has about, I think 72 million. Come on. I think Justin Bieber gotta be the fourth or third or the fourth most subscribed singer on the planet. So Taylor Swift, just think about it, destroying life and feminine movement, Me Too movement started on Twitter, and that took off. And because I think Me Too movement was it's a Me Too is a social movement and awareness campaign about against sexual abuse, sexual harassment, and rape culture, in which people publicize their experience of sexual abuse or sexual harassment. Start date is 2006, and then of course on the Google it says location Earth. So this is what you gotta understand, that Me Too movement also took, you remember the law, the judge, the Trump placed in Supreme Court judge, and he was definitely also part of what actually happened. So because the lady went after him, Brett Kavanaugh, so that, and then also so many, I think this movement just took off, and then just some of the things that people never done it before, like Trump was part of it too, because I think so the 2016 campaign was a part of it around that, because to humiliate Trump and make him fall in the eyes of people, humiliate in the eyes of people, so he cannot win. And also feminine power. I don't have any problem with the girl power, but at the same time, don't use it as a wrong. Don't lie, don't cheat, and don't just use this for your advancement. And Candace talks about in this video the entire how Taylor Swift went personally after the men's and humiliate them, and this is truly crazy, because that shouldn't be happening. If there's something truth to it, then of course you want to bash the person. But if and of course you want the person to be punished, but if it is not true, but you're just trying to take a revenge or teach them a lesson, I think this is hypocrite. Super Bowl, which happened this year, and people were super excited, pumped up. Plus she's now dating Kelsey, and that is took off, and she was I think still today she's the talk of the town, and people are definitely admire. Somebody said, I think I was watching one of the video on YouTube, a fake Taylor Swift, she have the most dedicated fans right now, very dedicated. Fans are super dedicated. And this is demonic. I think I also heard about Taylor Swift being witch. I don't know. But I heard that she does things to control, manipulate, and do stuff. And that gets me thinking, what the heck is going on here? What is going on? This is absolutely crazy. But I think it's time that we should, some of these singers, look at what's happening with Diddy. A lot of stuff that he did was hidden for years. He attacked people. Yeah, literally attacked people. And which makes me think it's sad and also shouldn't be tolerated. I think we should really look into that, what is happening with Taylor Swift. And I truly feel 100%. I truly agree with what she's saying. It is time for us to take a look into that and see what the heck is going on, because we can't tolerate this kind of behavior. And nobody, probably not a lot of people gonna like it, especially Taylor Swift fan, but we can't tolerate this kind of behavior. All right, peace out, guys. Good night.